Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Harrington, and today I'm going to teach you about Seesaw. Every class in Hewlett Elementary has a Seesaw classroom. Seesaw is an online portfolio um, platform, and it gives every student um, a place to put all of their work and submit um, different activities and responses to things that we've done in class. It empowers them to share their learning with other students in the class and to document things that they are learning about in school. And as a teacher, I can share activities and they can respond. It's a really great tool that we use quite a bit in my classroom. Um, I just wanted to show you what the platform looks like. So I made this little sample class. Um, you'll notice the only students that are in my class right now are my kids. So I just used their names just so you could have some students to look at. Um, so on Seesaw, there is a journal where students will collect their responses. There are activities where I can assign things for them to respond to. There are some that are pre-made and some that I can make myself. Here I just kind of picked a few to throw into their library today that I'll show you in a little bit. There's also messaging in here, so families can get connected at the beginning of the year. I know in my classroom and in many classrooms that use it, they will send home either a printout or an email to you to tell you how to get connected so that you can see the announcements that I give there and you can respond back to me, about goings on throughout the year. Um, there's a skills section that I don't really use very much, if at all, but it does, it has a few more capabilities to work on specific skills with children, and then sometimes some classes might use a blog where it just kind of publishes things for everyone to see in the whole classroom. So there are privacy settings that typically your child will only be able to see what he or she posts instead of what the entire class posts on that journal. Right now, there's just a little demonstration video from the company that's posted in this journal right now. But if I wanted to post to a student journal or a student wanted to post on his or her own journal, they would click this plus sign over here and click post to student journal. Then there's all these other options or all these different ways that they can post to their journal. They can take a photo, so they might want to share a photo of themselves in the classroom holding a piece of their work, or they might want to take a picture of a science experiment or a solution that they come up with in math or a poster that they made or something that they can submit and then write a caption for. They might want to do a drawing. Maybe they're showing a solution for math. They can just click on this. They can use text or they can write with a pen and to explain something. And they can also, submit a photo here and even record audio over whatever they've written in here to explain it. Um, let's say if I just post this, even though it's just a hello message, I can say that I want to do that and I want to put it in the sample student's journal. Uh, it will upload immediately, and then now my sample student has that posted to his or her journal. I could also, if I post to create another post, I could do a video. So a lot of students will videotape themselves and do self-reflections, or they'll explain something that we've been working on in class. They can write a note, which is a written response. So it just appears like a notebook paper, and they can say, I learned about the 7 continents and the 5 oceans, whatever it is that they are responding to. It could be in social studies, it can be in math, it can be in ELA, it could be about a field trip. They can post, any response. They can then even record an audio over, a voiceover where they're reading it or just adding something else that they have to say. And it will go and post right to their journal. I can also post things to their journal. So if there's a piece of work that they did that I want to take a picture of or I want to comment to them about, I can post that for them. I can also, as a teacher, send an announcement. I can announce it just to students or I can announce it to families. And throughout the year, I send a lot of things through Seesaw, just, little reminders. If I just want to send to family members that there will be a field trip on Monday, or, tell them something specific about that field trip, all I have to do is click send, and then that will go through. Well, there's no family members connected right now to this class, but if there were, and those families are there throughout the year, I think all of my families last year were on there, then they would receive that message. So throughout the entire year, they're making a collection in this journal of all of their things, and it's a great way for them to keep track of what we've been doing. In the activities library, students might be asked to respond to something, either in school, or there might be an optional at-home assignment that they could respond to. For instance, this is a new year, a new friend. So in the beginning of the year, they might want to add a response to this where they are working with another student and they're trying to find the similarities and differences between them and their new friend. They can add text and write their name. There's directions in the assignment for what they're supposed to do. Amelia is my daughter, so I'm just doing a comparison of her and then and Dean, and they would just type in their names and respond. And once they do that, they can write in their similarities and differences. Once they're finished, they can upload it and it'll appear right in their journal. I have the ability to turn the settings so that I need to approve all of their posts before they go live into their portfolio. But it's something that you can get an app on your phone so that if I do post an announcement, you'll get a notification on your phone. If there's something added to your child's journal, you'll get a notification on your phone so that you can check it. And it's a really great tool throughout the year for you to keep track of what your child's doing. I know I posted a lot of video clips and photos from the field trips that we've gone on. And you can respond, you can write comments you can like or comment on your child's work or your, any videos or photos from field trips and things like that. So it's a really great tool and something you might hear me or some of the other teachers talk about throughout the year. And if you're curious about it, I want you to know what it looks like. Your child should know his or her login. They can log in through ClassLink, or they can log in using their Google account, the same sign and information that they use when they're logging into Google Classroom. So there you go with a little brief overview of what Seesaw is and what it looks like, and I hope you found that helpful.